Hey tech learners, welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So today I will be talking about display and the print statement. I have created another video on the print statement. If you haven't looked into that, please do watch that. So this is all about it is not in kind of difference between a display and print, but display function comes handy when you're working with some of the data frames. So let's see, let me create an a data frame to understand more about the display function. Import pandas as pd. Okay, so let me create one of the data frame. Say I give some list of objects, 10, 20, 30. Okay, and let me store this in a variable. So now I've created a data frame, right? So if I print this is how it looks like. Okay, let me give the column name also here. Columns equals to, say, I'll just give it as column. Okay, the column 1. So this is a data frame that you're going to get. We all know what is a data frame, right? Whether we are dealing with a CSV file or in JSON format or whatever it is, we try to convert it into the data frame. And data frame is that the tabular kind of in structure wherein we would be having multiple rows and multiple columns. Here in my example, I have just taken only the 4 rows and one particular column. So whatever you see here, 0, 1, 2, 3, these are called the indexes, okay, or the row numbers. So basically, like if I wanted, this is when you're typing a here just in variable, you're going to get the output for this. If I try to do the same thing within print, so this is how it looks, right? For visually, it is not that it is the same thing. Both mean same thing. The variable a is going to hold the same data frame, but visually it is it doesn't look like in tabular one. So this is the case when we when we have multiple columns. Imagine how it's going to show in, and it would be like it would not be in a tabular format. You cannot see it. You cannot see when it's in table. It's very easy for us to look into the data, or the data representation would be a much clearer so than when you're using a print statement. Say for example, if I do the same thing with the display function, what happens? Display of a. So this is what, so whatever you are going to get here, the same thing we are going to get in with the help of display. Say for example, I'll take one of the function. Okay, let me create one of the function def disp, and I'm going to pass a data frame into this. And let's say I am going to only have a display inside it. Display what? The data frame. Let me run this. So now, if I call this disp of a, did I define this? Data frame is okay. Here the name is different. Okay. So here when I use in display function, I'm able, whatever the data frame you pass in, just this is the data frame that I have in like a is a data frame that I had created with one particular column. So this is a data frame I pass into this function, and whatever is in that data frame, it's gonna print it on the console on your notebook with the in the kind of in tabular format. Suppose if I give the same thing, the print statement itself inside that, let's see how many we have got. How does that look like? See, this is a major difference. So this is a major difference between the display and the print statement. So whenever you wanted to represent the data frame in a tabular kind of in format, then try to use display. Display comes in handy whenever say if you're doing some kind of an operations and you wanted to print the data frame, you can either do and return also. Apart from this, you can also do and return something of that this sort, like is equals to desktop. The same operation can be done like there are multiple ways of doing it. Let's say I'm just going to do a return of data frame. If you wanted to have it in a data frame format, then you can do the same thing, either in return statement. Most of the times we end up with a return statement. Like, whenever you wanted to return an data frame, like, the data frame to another where this particular function is being called, you can store this into an variable, say like in another variable. Say, let me take b. Okay. And if I try to print that b, this is how the data frame looks like. So this is just to know that there are multiple ways of doing this. These are the only two ways that I'm going to show in this video. So it is all about whenever you're working on a notebook, suppose if you wanted to print a data frame, like to see how the data frame is all about, or here I have taken a very small example, like if you have a data frame with lot many number of columns, then print statement, the visual representation of it, in order to understand the data, it would be a bit tougher one. And even the alignment and everything aren't that great when compared to a tabular data frame that we look into. So you can use display function at that time. So in order to this is a very helpful function when you have a lot number of rows and you have got a lot of columns and you wanted to represent that in a tabular format. Try to use display. Try using this display function inside and function on and only when you don't want it to return in data frame. Suppose there is a situation that you wanted to return something else here. So in that case, you can try to this is only like, inside and functions. Most of the times we never have in print statement. Print statement is only for our thing, like, in order to see which line of code has gone wrong, only for our debugging kind of a thing, or to know whether the function is working, or what in function is returning, and what is happening inside in function. We try to use print statement, but for in production level of coding, we never use, most of the times we end up having an logging kind of an thing, not with a print statement. Print is only like whatever you are going to have it inside a print, that is going to print on the console. So similarly, if you wanted to print in data frame in the form of a tabular format and structure, try using a display. This is what, instead of using in print statement, this video is all about, like, instead of using in print statement to for in data frame, try using in display function. That's it. Or another approach is like this, wherein you can even have in written statement. So basically, so this is what is the most effective one that you're going to use, the written statement inside and written. Like this is all about I wanted to like, talk about in this video. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to talk about only the display function and how it's going to work. So see you all in the next video. Till then, take care, guys.